Money Moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today, we have a topic from a subscriber that was sent to my email. Guys, if you guys want any topics done, just hit the email. Link is in the description at moneymoveswithmyth@gmail.com. So guys, make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel. And so we're gonna get into this topic that they want me to discuss. So the video says, I've been struggling with a lot of problems with my dad. And they want to know why there are bad dads and selfish fathers and parents in today's world. Okay. A lot of people are gonna feel this video. A lot of people are gonna feel this video because we don't get to choose who's our parents. I remember once upon a time, I was raised to respect my elders. And how can you respect your elders if, your elders got to be anybody who's older than you? That's what I thought it was, But, how can you respect somebody who literally doesn't give you anything for you to respect in them? So a lot of people, a lot of parents today, you got a lot of good parents out here, who cherish their kids, who are there for them, who listen to them. There's a lot of parents out there who actually care, who drives their kids to become NFL players, to become, lawyers, doctors. They're 100% supportive. But nowadays, we have most parents, a lot of parents just don't care. And we like, and a lot of the kids be like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn how to maneuver. Sometimes you have to learn how to maneuver in this world. I'm going to say this plain and simple. You have to know how to maneuver in this world without the guidance of your parents. It's just like, we live in a generation where we have things that a lot of our parents didn't have. A lot of them didn't have computers. They probably had the old computer or whatever. They didn't have cell phones and stuff. So, and they didn't get rich. They didn't get rich. So 9 times out of 10, a lot of things that they try to tell you is based off old principles. And to this subscriber, I understand. I don't know how bad your dad is, but a lot of times fathers are very like myself. I'm very attentive to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't say anything until I see my kids make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? My kids have both a mother and a father in the house, and usually I'm working all the time and I'm tired. So a lot of times, a lot of fathers be tired, what I'm saying, from working. And a lot of times, like, a lot of us would be frustrated with our job, and that frustration leads to them bringing coming home sluggish, tired, angry. It's a lot of times I be angry, but that doesn't give them the right to be a bad parent. Like on my daughter's birthday, I buy her a lot of toys and stuff. Like, she's still young, a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might be, mean. I'm not gonna be mean, like too mean. But you have to learn how to maneuver in this world without the words of your parents, because your parents didn't make it. Your parents survived. They lived. They lived in this world. But they ain't do no better than nobody else. They wasn't at your basketball games, making sure, going to you to practice, taking you to the gym, making sure you're eating the right thing, because a lot of people, they're focused on whatever they have going on. So I know these two parents, they're deceased now, both of them. Two parents on my wife's side of the family who smoke drugs. Every time they got money, they were horrible parents. Every time they got money, food stamps, anytime they got money, food stamps, if they got income tax, all that money was gonna go to alcohol and meth and stuff like that. And what happens is a lot of times, like a lot of these parents, like a lot of us, I don't want anybody to feel bad or anything. A lot of times, a lot of these kids were unexpected. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't care. Like, a lot of them be ready for school to open because they don't want to. They rather let the school teach you than them teach you how to maneuver through the world. A lot of them have their own problems. They have a lot of them have a lot of these parents today have addictions. A lot of parents are walking around with addictions. The money that was supposed to go on your new shoes for school, for your prom dress or whatever, went to a bottle of alcohol. And it's sad that the poorer your parents is, the more, that a lot of times they don't be able to give you the attention because they're all stressed out on the bills, trying to keep a roof over your head and stuff like that. And then, like, with my dad was like, he was in the military, and he'll just tell me something and he'll mean what he says. He said, if you lie to me, I won't believe you anymore. I was becoming an adult. If you lie to me one time, I won't believe it. And I lied to him. And he never veered off of what he believed. But it's not a life sentence between on the parents. You got a lot of times you have to go through what you go through and become successful in your own purpose. Be successful in your own purpose, and 9 times out of 10, later down the road, once you're successful, once you're sitting on a couple of acres and you got stocks and you got good credit and you got nice cars and you don't really need your parents no more, then they'll see. Then they'll come around asking, and then you can ask the hard questions then. I remember it was stuff my mom used to say to me when I was a kid that I still remember, and I waited till I became an adult because, stay in a child place and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Wait till I got an adult to tell her how I really feel. So just be patient because God has a plan for you, So I hope this video helped a little bit. or whatever, man. I appreciate you guys for stopping through, showing love. I'm holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.